What is going on, everybody? Simply10 here, as always, and I'm here to tell you the 10 things to consider before buying LEGO. And, well, today, we're going to be looking at the very first LEGO set to ever be made for the Mandalorian Television Series. So, if you have watched any of my other videos, then you know that for number one, we always start with the box. And, well, this box isn't quite the box, it's more just the front of the box, because I used to just hold on to the front of the box. So you get the front of the box, and you get a very poorly cut front of the box, by that matter. So we have set number 75254, the AT-ST Raider, with 540 pieces for ages 8 and up. It comes with 4 figures, and then it has the Darth Vader box art up here on the top. Number 2 is the instruction manual. So looking at the front, you can see that has a much better view of the box than my actual box. And then flipping through the pages, it has the same basics on the front, and then it shows you the progression of the bag. You just go through each one and it shows you how to build it. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing too special about this instruction manual, that's for sure. And at number 3, we are going to take a look at the characters that come in this set. And well, this character comes with 4 figures, and we're going to start off with the Mandalorian. And well, this figure is pretty nicely designed. Like, in terms of what they were trying to design, it looks pretty nice. Like, it has some nice printing here on the front, it has a nice chest piece, it has a nice little strap going across, it has his knee cap things, I'm not quite sure what they call those. And he has a little bit of printing on the back here, if I flip up his cape. And well, it's not like it's extremely not detailed, it's just, you know, nothing too special. And then taking off his helmet here, you can see that he just has a black face underneath. And next up, we have Cara Dune, and she's probably a little bit more exciting in this set compared to the Mandalorian, just because she is an exclusive to this set, and she has some nice printing on her as well. So taking a look at the torso, you can see that she has a pretty much gray torso with blue things all over the place. And then actually, when you turn it into the light, you can see that it has a bunch of little small lines that reflect. And then taking a close look at the leg printing, you can see that she has a nice little blue highlight right here, and then the rest of it is pretty much navy blue, but there's still, if you can see that, there's still a little bit of detail down there. And for the back side of her, I have removed her hair, so you can see her back torso print and her second face. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, except, you know, just the back side. It even has this same reflective material when you turn it towards the light. And for the third character in this set, you get a Klaatuan Raider. He's definitely not the most intricately detailed figure in this set. He still looks pretty nice, and he's good enough for being a very small part of the television series. So you have some green right here, which looks pretty nice, and then you have a little bit of brownish, darker green here for a little bit of texture almost for a different fabric. And then you have up here on his torso, you have some nice brown, then you have a little bit of sand blue right here. It's just, you know, a pretty basic print, but it does look nice. And then coming around to the back side, you can see that it's even less detailed than the front, and it's pretty basic just with the strap and then more of that sand blue up here on the top. And with his helmet removed, you can see that he has no extra face. And our fourth and final character in the set is also titled the Klaatuan Raider, and he actually has the same exact leg and face printing as the other one. So, looking at the torso print, it's kind of the same idea where it's definitely more basic and almost cartoony looking, but I mean, it gets the job done, and it looks pretty decent for being such a basic design. So you can see it has like some nice like teeth here, it almost appears, and then a strap going across here, and then it has actually like a red scarf thing instead of the sand blue one on the other Klaatuan Raider, and then it even has gray arms, which the other Klaatuan Raider had the same color like arms as his torso. And actually, his last thing here is from the Avengers Ultron wave. It was like the bottom piece of Ultron's helmet. And then coming around to the back side, you can see that, well, it's even less detailed than the front, just like most LEGO figures are. So for number 4, we are going to be taking a look at the features and functions of this set. So we're going to start at the base of this set, where the feet and legs come out. And well, the feet are pretty straightforward. You can't really bend them or anything. They just are kind of there. I mean, I guess you could like bend this little toe thing forward, but that's not really meant to be bent forward. It's just to add a little point at the end of it. And then the legs, you can actually bend these pretty far backwards, like basically as far as you want to. But then this, as how I have them right now, that's as far forward as the legs can go. And then it's the same thing for this leg as well. And coming up higher on the set, you can see that there is a spring-loaded shooter in here, And it's a little different how these things work. I was actually really surprised. I'm gonna zoom in for you here so you can see it better. So how this works is there's like this Technic pole right here that you attach a cone to the end of, and then right here on the inside there's like a sloped piece, so it goes like that. So, you know, leave it to LEGO Star Wars to come up with a really creative way to fire off a spring-loaded shooter. And then the other feature on the side of this set is this little turret thing here that can spin around, and well, that's pretty much it. It just kind of spins. And then the other side of this head shares the same feature as the other one. It just is a lot more simpler looking, and it just kind of turns around in a circle. And then coming around to the front side here, you can see that it has the two spring-loaded shooters that I showed you earlier, and then it has this dual turret thing that can swing up and down. The back side of the set actually features the most prominent and coolest feature, in my opinion, of this AT-ST, and it has to do with this knob. So what happens is when you turn this knob, the head actually rotates. And well, it can rotate all the way around to right there, so it can point straight 90 degrees this way or straight 90 degrees that way, but that's as far as it can turn. It cannot turn its head all the way around. And then the final feature of this AT-ST has to do with the head, and more specifically the roof, and that's the fact that you can open it up like this in order to access the interior, or you can actually open it so it looks more realistic like this. That way you can just stick minifigs in. And at number 5, we are going to be taking a look at the design of this set. So we're going to start off here at the base of the design, and well, it definitely isn't the most crazy bricked off, paneled off design in the universe, but I mean, the set is kind of small in terms of pieces, and the feet do get the job done. Like, they hold this at AT-ST pretty stable. Like, I mean, it rocks, but I don't ever feel like it's gonna fall over. And it has very Technic looking legs. Obviously, they didn't really panel anything off, but I mean, it is supposed to look all grungy because, well, you know, it's a Klaatuan Raider. That back view just shows how much Technic is really present on the exterior of this vehicle. And, well, looking at the left leg, you can see that it's pretty much the same thing, just a red version of the right leg. And it actually has a little bit of extra, like, whips added on here that look like really cool wiring, and I really like that look. I think it looks pretty cool, and I think it's actually even cooler how they didn't put it on the other side. You know, because they're going for that grungy, scrapped back together look for this AT-ST. And then looking at the midsection of the set, you can see that they actually put a lot of work into something that isn't going to be viewed as often, and it's this little wiring spot in the back that probably was meant to mimic this wiring on the edges, and I think it's really cool how they have that design continuity all the way up into the top of this. And the Technic feature that turns the head, the knob for it, actually looks pretty nice, and it blends in well with the set. The head of this AT-ST is just really gorgeous to me. I love the combination of the dark and light gray. And it's actually like one of the first times I've ever used so much dark gray in an AT-ST, and I really like the look for it, especially, you know, for the Klaatuan Raider look they're going for. And I really like the combination of this little bit of light gray and then dominant dark gray. I just think it looks really nice, and it looks actually really sleek. All the lines for me just seem to meld together so well for being such a complicated angle they're trying to create with this head. And I mean, the turrets and stuff, they just blend in so well with, you know, the really grungy, cool look of this AT-ST Raider. And looking at the top of this set, you can see that it has a pretty nice look for, you know, being the top of the set. Like, it has some nice paneling. I like these bars on the edges. They actually make it easier to open this up. Where this set really falls apart in terms of design is the back of the head. And, well, you can see, like, you can just see for yourself. I don't even need to describe it very much. It just doesn't look very good. I mean, they tried to rescue these, like, stickered pieces on the backside, but obviously you're not going to really be viewing it from this side, and the piece count is low, and you're not expecting LEGO to do perfect from all angles. However, at the same time, it's such a small set. I mean, you got everything else pretty good. Why couldn't you just look for a way to make this look a little bit nicer? Okay, so I forgave LEGO for not doing very well on the backside of this set, but I just don't understand what they were thinking for the interior of this one. Like, I mean, there's so many different colors of piece you could use, and you used a yellow one, and you used green ones. Like, you could have used gray for both of them, and I think it would have looked so much better. Like, obviously, I know you're going for the scrapped back together look, but I mean, yellow and green don't go with that look. It almost reminds me of the old LEGO Star Wars days when they didn't have all the colors for all the pieces, and they just put a lot of blue everywhere. But I mean, they have all the colors for all the pieces, so don't put green and yellow here. However, that being said, it does have a nice little place for your Klaatuan Raider to go. You can actually take, for some reason, only one of his guns. I don't know why they didn't account for both of them, but you can take one of his guns, and you can put it in this little area right here. And then you can take the Klaatuan Raider with his other gun, I guess, and then you can stick him right into the cockpit area. It also has a nice little control panel for him once he is in the cockpit. And for the sixth portion of this video, I'm going to be showing you a tour of the stickers of this set. And oh man, this is actually an exciting tour for once, because this set is sadly covered in stickers. I mean, even just starting down here at the base like we always do, on like the smallest portion of the set, they just covered in stickers. And well, I mean, the stickers look decent, but like, they couldn't have tried to put just more paneling and a little bit more stuff on the feet rather than putting just stickers here. Like, I can't think of what they could have done, but try to do something other than stickers before putting stickers. And then moving up to the legs of this, there's even more stickers here. And you can see that there are stripes right here and all this white stuff here. It's all stickers. And I mean, it looks decent for the design, but once again, I felt like they relied on them too heavily in this case. And then moving up even higher, you can see that there are even more stickers on this backside here. I mean, look, stickers right here, like, why did you need to put those? And right here on the back, like you didn't care about the back, but you cared about it enough to put 4 stickers back here. I just... And then coming to the side, you can see that there is a small sticker here, and then there is another big sticker right on the front for the main design of the whole thing. They're relying on stickers for the design for some reason. Coming around to this side, there is another similar sticker to that of the other side, and then there's another sticker right here. And there were so many stickers in this that I forgot to mention these two right here. This slope piece and this slope piece both have the same striped white-brown sticker on them. And there is a sticker on the top. So, in total, if my quick math is correct, there are 26 stickers on this little tiny set. Well, I mean, not little tiny set, it is about 500 pieces, but I mean, at the same time, 500 pieces, 27 stickers? Like, that's the strangest ratio I've ever seen in a LEGO Star Wars set. Now, here we are, and I hope you're not bummed that you had to wait through this entire video to get to number 7, which is the price of this set. And actually, let me know in the comment section down below if I should put this sooner, because I've been debating whether or not I should do that. And well, the price of this set is $50 in the United States. However, that being said, this set can commonly be found now that it's a year old for $40 in the United States. So I mean, it's not really the price that matters, but is it worth the price? That's what matters. And well, to me, I feel like it is worth the price, because I mean, it comes with 4 figures, and it comes with 540 pieces. I mean, that is glorious for those of you who are obsessed with price per piece. 540 pieces for only $50? I mean, usually you'd see that for like 60 or 65 in the LEGO Star Wars world. But you're getting over 500 pieces and, you know, a decent selection of 4 characters for $50. And at number 7, I'm actually going to be changing things up a bit, and I'm going to be talking about what else is out there. So sort of like what else is out there in that $40 to $50 price point of like a Star Wars, or what is out there in terms of the Mandalorian Television Series. So we're going to start off here with what many refer to as the AAT from the Clone Wars. So, well, you know, there you go. The AAT from the Clone Wars and the AT-ST Raider from the Mandalorian. And well, even though the set is technically $10 less than this set over here, the AT-ST Raider, the AT-ST Raider can actually commonly be found now that it's like a year old. It can actually be commonly found at the $40 price. So you can get both of these for the same price right now. And while I'm not going to actually put my opinion out there on which set is completely better because I myself am not sure, what I do have to say is that this set, in my opinion, has better characters than this one. Now, I know that's a pretty lofty opinion, but hear me out for a second. So I know that the Mandalorian is a pretty popular character, and as of right now, you can get him at this $40 price point. However, that being said, this Ahsoka Tano figure is just as popular, and this 332nd Trooper is even more popular. Like, these 2 figures, in my opinion, are more popular than these 2 figures. And if you haven't heard about any of the upcoming LEGO Star Wars rumors, there's actually a lot of belief that all the sets coming will be original trilogy sets, and then there will be 1 Mandalorian set. And not only that, the Mandalorian set is rumored to be like $30. So you could get the Mandalorian at an even cheaper price then than you can now. However, on the other side of that, if you prefer a better build over better characters, then the AT-ST Raider might be better just because it's so much bigger, and I actually enjoyed the building experience of this much more than I enjoyed of this one. So if you prefer a better designed set, then go with this one, but if you prefer better and more rare characters, go with this one. And well, in terms of what else is out there for the Mandalorian TV series, this is really the only other set you might be looking at, which is the Razor Crest. And well, obviously you can't really draw comparisons between these two. I mean, this set is just so much bigger, it's so much more money, so obviously it's gonna be the better set. So what it really comes down to is if you're really that much more willing to pay the $80 more for this set than you are for this one. So I know that you love me so much, and I know that you love hearing my opinion, and you look forward to this number 9 section of this set, and that is my personal opinion of it. And well, I mean, obviously I thought it was worth it before I bought it because, well, I bought it, and I even bought it at the $50 price tag other than, well, the $40 price tag that it is right now currently. I actually really like this AT-ST, and I know that it's not really like an Empire AT-ST, and I'm kind of sad that I don't still have an Empire AT-ST, but I do like the look of it, and I like the grungy look, and it just means that the next time they come out with an AT-ST, I'll be more willing to get it because it's not going to be the same exact one as I got last time. So I mean, if you're really that impatient and you're not willing to wait for the possible $30 price tag of the Mandalorian next year, then well, maybe go after this in order to get that Mandalorian figure for as cheap as possible. Or maybe you just like the build, and I mean, I like the build, and I'm glad that I bought the set in terms of the build. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is don't buy this for the Mandalorian figure, because you might be really disappointed next year if they come out with a $30 Mandalorian set that comes with the Mandalorian figure. Don't take my word for it, but I just feel like maybe wait until then if you're buying it for the Mandalorian figure. However, if you're not buying it for the figure, maybe if you're buying it for Cara Dune, I'd say more go after it, but just make sure that you're really into the build, because the build is really the main thing you're getting. It's not really for the character anymore, especially now that there's so many Mandalorian sets on the horizon, and, well, there's 2 that are already out. Here we are, at the end of this video, moving into number 10, which is the final verdict. And, well, I think that in terms of quality and what you get from the set, I think it really is like a 9 out of 10, because I mean, that's a lot of figures and a lot of pieces for only $50. The biggest problem with this set for me is it is really the stickers. I mean, I don't say that often, but I mean, there's just so many stickers. 27 stickers should not be on a $50 set, like no matter what. And well, maybe they're trying to preserve that $50 price point, but maybe I'd be sitting here thinking it was better if they had increased it to 60 and tried to put at least a little bit more detail than just flat tiles with stickers. But I mean, I don't think I'd let the stickers hold anyone back from buying the set. It does look good, and it's pretty nice, and the figure selection is pretty decent for being only $50. The only person that I'd actually warn against getting the set is if they're getting it just for the Mandalorian figure. Because, well, I mean, the Mandalorian figure, he's going to be in so many sets coming soon, and I don't know if you really should go after him now, when he could be in a much cheaper set later. And I didn't even mention this earlier, but he could easily have Beskar Armor in the next figure that comes out. But I mean, if you're really into AT-STs and you don't have one yet, and you're not bothered by the fact that this isn't based off of the Empire, and you're really into the Cara Dune figure, then well, I'd say that this set is probably worth picking up. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking it through, because, you know, I really appreciate that. And be sure to let me know in the comment section down below how I can improve my next video and what sections you think I should add into the next one or maybe take out of the next one, because I'm always looking for new ideas. Or if you have your own opinion you'd like to share about this, also let me know, because I want to hear from you guys. And if you really did enjoy this video, please give me a like, because it helps me grow. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want more, be sure to check out the end screen for more reviews, and please subscribe, because if you enjoy others and you enjoy this one, why wouldn't you enjoy all my content? So, I mean, you don't want to miss out on anything that I have to say. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.